Today we have a very special show, A Cop's Life, it's called. And I got so much to talk about because it's cop-related and Antifa-related that we're just going to dedicate the whole show to it. New York Post, front page, 1,000 victims. Cops hit tragic figure, city hits tragic figure as shootings double in 2020. Why are police here? Why do they exist? Well, to keep us safe, to protect our property. That's why we pay tax, because we want to be able to call the cops if someone smashes our property. We want to make sure our children are safe. And this narrative began that cops aren't doing that, and they're killing us and ruining society and just beating up black people for no reason. And so people accept that narrative without verification. Very difficult verification. And then they go, okay, well, if there is this gang in blue, or as a black dude at my gym said, I go, the KKK isn't a thing, dude. They're not around. And he goes, no, they just traded in their white robes for blue uniforms. Shut the fuck. That's the kind of argument where you just go, all right, bye. It's like when someone mentions astrology. You go, oh, you believe in that? All right, I gotta go. I can't. There's no future for us. And so they say, okay, well, let's get rid of that blue clan. Let's get rid of the cops. Okay, so what you should be seeing now that the cops have had their hands tied behind their backs, you should be seeing a lot more safety. You should be seeing a lot less black people hurt. You shouldn't be seeing looting. You shouldn't be seeing violence. You shouldn't be seeing a country in an absolute state of chaos. But that's what we're seeing. And guess who suffers the most? The poor, black people. They're the ones getting shot. The suburbs are fine. The suburbs don't need cops. I think in my neighborhood, at any given time, there are 3 police available. If you get in a shootout in the Bronx, 1,200 cops are going to be there in seconds. And we also have homeless people. And look at this. A boy draws a chalk at the Lucerne Hotel Sunday, adding a series of welcome messages left for the hundreds of homeless now being housed in area hotels. Everyone deserves a home, the little boy writes in chalk, as some drunk Chicano takes a piss. They're literally pissing on the signs. And we have 7 sex offenders released in New York City who are housed within a block of a school. I presume they'll be there when school reconvenes in September. So apparently the cops were relevant. Portland is trashed. Apparently we did need them. And apparently they're not quite so feckless. We'll be talking to, speaking of the opposite of feckless, we'll be talking to this man today. Daryl Cinquanta. Daryl Cinquanta, 50 years, he caught the perp. But before we get to him, I want to just sort of lay out the society we're in. And here's a great example of this. This was from May last year. And it was a junkie in a cute little town called Appleton, Wisconsin. Wonderful quaint little town. But they have a problem with black crime. And this guy is on morphine, right? He takes his wife's prescription meds. He's so high on morphine that he basically dies on the bus. They can't revive him. He's dying. He's slipping away. You know how you overdose? Did you know how you overdose?
No.
You know what ODing is?
Mm-mm.
Well, guess.
Is it a breathing thing where you're too high to breathe? I remember you saying that once.
Yeah. You get into such a state of sleep that your lungs stop moving. So your lungs go to sleep, and then you suffocate. So anyway, he's suffocating. Ambulance shows up. The bus stops. They call the ambulance. They show up just in time. They Narcan him, and you know you're on opioids when Narcan just makes you go, "Hi, how's it going? What's going on?" If you were dying of anything else, there's no other thing where you go, "Hi, how are you?" Like a heart attack, obviously a stabbing, any kind of allergic reaction. It's a slow recovery. This is just, you're 100%. So they Narcan him, but they go, if you were that far gone, dude, the Narcan's going to wear off and you're going to be ODing again. in about 10 minutes. So they're sitting there trying to help him. His name is Reuben Houston. And there he is. 47-year-old Reuben Houston. 2 different eyes. So check out this video. 12B.
Was it that one?
Yep.
Okay. I downloaded it.
Well, but it's time-stamped, you fucking tard.
The player's trash, but 12B.
What's going on with our player?
Oh, of course.
So that's after they've Narcaned him. They're getting him off the bus.
Hey,
And
Houston,
there's
buddy.
EMT, firefighters, cops, all dedicated to making sure he's okay. As he overindulges himself.
Your pockets real quick before you ride with
Gets
them. Make
high.
sure there's nothing sharp on you with them.
That firefighter you just saw in the corner is dead now from this guy. Giving away the ending. Working in the frog.
Okay.
But I just think this is a great example of a cop's life. This video didn't lead to any parades, and this wasn't in the news. This story didn't go anywhere outside of Appleton, Wisconsin, and a few law enforcement blogs. But this guy has got a gun on him right now, and they don't know that. They should have just tackled him right away. But they say we got to search your pockets, and he starts getting weird. He says my shoes hurt. He says I'm really tired. I'm really high. At one point, they go, "We got to check your pockets," and he goes, "Well, I got to check my pockets first." And then the guy laughs and goes, "Check yourself before you wreck yourself." All of these people
How many pills do you think you took?
are there to make sure Reuben Houston is okay.
Okay, and they're your prescription pain meds?
No, isn't it pen?
Can you turn it up?
No, I don't.
Are they prescription? I just don't want you to fall over. Prescription
No, I'm
pain
not
meds?
gonna fall. I just gotta get my.
Okay. Prescription pain meds?
Yeah, they were my wife's pills.
Okay, all right. Do you have more of the bottles?
They really are just
No,
like,
I just had the 4 pills.
if we get rid of them, right? It's
Okay.
raping,
What kind
pillaging.
of pills
It's
were
1,000
It
victims.
was just
But also their day to day,
They're her prescription?
a lot of it is just
Okay,
babysitting
all right.
liars,
What I'm going to do, bud, I'm going to pat you
babysitting
down, okay?
losers,
Not in any trouble, but I need to make sure nothing's going to happen with that.
cleaning
okay?
up our
All right?
human trash.
I can't. I have
Listen.
to check myself first.
All right, check yourself.
no.
Right?
Wait, I can't. I have to check myself first.
All right, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
You have to check yourself before you wreck yourself. You have to check yourself for a gun. Guess what? He does check himself for a gun, and he has one. So let's go to 12C,
Is that a
jump
vaping
to the
thing?
action.
No,
Oh, lighter, okay.
I don't know, what could the cop have done different?
I cannot. Man, I cannot go.
You had a medical emergency. You had a medical emergency.
Man, I've been having
You're on.
the one I've been withdrawing.
So listen to me.
He's not
4
making
pain
any
meds
sense,
that were
by
not
the way.
prescribed to you that caused you to damn near die on the bus.
And here's another thing.
You don't want to believe it, but that's
It's
what happened.
possible that this guy wants to shoot these cops because he's under the impression, thanks to the media, that the cops are going to kill him.
You to stop breathing.
That's a
what
possibility,
those
too.
employees do. They will shut you off, and that's what
He could just be an evil piece of shit, or he could be a brainwashed piece of shit.
all I need you to do.
Tell him to not lean on the bus because the bus has to.
Oh,
No,
can I
only because he's going to back up. That's why. I didn't want you to
I'm
fall
not gonna
on
fall
All you
around.
need to do is go to the hospital, get checked out. If they say you're okay, then you're on your way. I don't want you
I'll
to
get home though, man.
You'll get home.
He also says he has a real thing about cops touching him.
Not going
Oh,
voluntary.
okay, well then we won't search you.
You hop on
I didn't know
the
you
car,
were allergic to frisks.
checked out is done. If you don't go voluntarily, here's what I have to do. I feel that you're not making a safe choice in your best interest.
Wait,
I'm not
I'm
making
conscious. I'm consciously talking.
You're not making a safe choice in your best interest. And I have to involve crisis. We have to go to the hospital anyway to start that process, and we have to have that evaluated.
So he
to make
refuses
sure
to go
that
to the
we make
hospital.
safe decisions for
Really, the problem is he knows he has a gun on.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, sir.
Okay. You kind of have a
So
bulge
he's trying
in
to
your
talk his way out of it.
That's my phone.
Okay, don't reach for anything. Just
That's
put
my
you down.
phone. I don't want. Look, man, I have a problem with officers touching me, man.
Lift up your shirt then.
Sure.
I get
Lift up
nervous
your
and
shirt.
stuff.
You lift your shirt up a little bit so
We
I
want
can
to
see
make
your
sure everybody's safe.
Look, this is my.
See that firefighter that went down by the ambulance? He's dead now.
Why'd he shoot him?
He was just shooting. He's a fucking idiot. That firefighter had just saved his life with Narcan, and he was killed for it. And we're marching in the streets talking about police brutality. Help me out here.
We want to make sure everybody's safe.
Anyway, so 12E, they have the shootout. This one little fat chubby retard, her number one concern, while a man lies dying, is that her phone's over there.
We're in a gunshot right now.
You have
It's my staff. My phone's over there. My phone's over there.
Don't worry about it. Get out of here.
Is she
Don't back
crying
that way.
because of that?
Yeah.
While she's on a phone.
She's someone else's phone. Before we make fun of her, she may actually be literally retarded.
Oh,
Well, let's take it easy on the jokes.
gotcha.
All right.
We're in a gunshot right now.
You have
It's my staff. My phone's over there. My phone's over there.
My phone's over there. My phone's over there.
I just said don't make fun of her.
I'm not. I'm just repeating what she said in her voice.
It's my staff. My phone's over there. My phone's over
My
Oh, she
phone's
is.
over there. My phone's over there.
I think she is because the other gentleman.
I like the sound of her.
Yeah, it's.
I'd like to babysit her. I'd like to be one of her handlers, just to hear that accent. My phone's over there. I could say that all day.
I
My
think
phone's over there. My phone's over there.
That might be like a slow group because you see the gentleman there.
He looks pretty slow too.
Yeah, so this might be a group.
My phone's over there. My phone's over there.
Don't worry about it. Get out of here.
So
Don't
that-
back.
So then they get closer, go to 12F, and eventually they realize that the best way to deal with this is with the shield, because he shot the firefighter. He grabbed, and then while in the firefight, he grabs a woman as a hostage.
Wow.
And I think she gets shot, and eventually they shoot him in the leg. He throws his gun down, and they arrest him.
Where's the shield?
Right here, bud.
All right. Houston, listen to me. Keep your hands right there. Houston, do not move. You got it?
Houston, we have a problem.
It's
Houston, do
you.
not move.
Houston, you are a problem. Put your hands behind your back. How many times have you seen these videos and they're just like this, and you just want to jump in the screen and put their hands behind their back? Put your hands behind your back. You're not talking your way out of this.
Just stay there, buddy, okay? Don't point, don't move. Where is the gun? Just tell me.
Put your hands
Tell me.
behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back.
Do it now.
Put your hands behind your
Put
back,
your
buddy.
hands behind your back.
Grab him, buddy. Please grab him.
Put your hands behind your
I
back.
think he said, I have no money. Please grab me.
I thought he said I can't. Please grab them.
Put your hands
Behind your back, buddy.
hands
Oh, yeah.
behind your back.
Grab him, buddy.
Why are they hiding one of his hands?
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back now.
What is that? Why is there a dot on his hand?
You want a shield cover him?
Please,
I know. I see
Anyway,
that. Just don't.
they
I don't know where
handcuff
the gun
him. He
is.
gets arrested. The other guy's dead. I just want that video to sort of set the tone for the show. That's a cop's life. That's what they're dealing with. And the city is in total, and the cities are in total and utter disarray.